Hey guys, it's Nick from Team Insanity. Today I'm bringing you a review of my 2013 Planet Eclipse Overload elbow pads and my 2011 Empire Grind ZE knee pads. I'm going to bring it a little bit closer so you can get a better look. Alright guys, I'm going to start off with the Planet Eclipse elbow pads, but before we get into it, you want to make sure you get the sizing right. You want to size up your wrist and your biceps with a piece of string, and then once you wrap it around and get the size, the length of it, take it up to a tape measure and measure it out. Once you do that, go to the individual pads sizing chart on whether it's A&S Gear or any other website you're ordering it from, or if you're in a store, make sure you try them on first. Getting into this, I'm a middle to front player depending on if Jake gets out or not or whatever, but the padding on these are perfect for me. It's not too thick, it's not too thin. The padding's even throughout, so it's going to protect your forearm nice and well. Sliding, I've never had a problem with the padding being too soft or too hard, and I get bounces all the time on these. In addition to the padding, there's this nice venting on the front and 4 spots total. That allows for it to breathe, like your forearm on the pad to breathe really well. Flipping the pads over, you get into the mesh on the front. It's a really stretchy elastic material, so it's going to fit you if you have fatter arms, whatever, but it's going to fit. Material it's made out of is super elasticy, so it's going to stretch and bend with your arm. It's not going to have any restraining problems or anything like that. Getting into the stitching, it has a nice 4-layer stitching on the part that actually holds itself together, which is really nice. I haven't had any problems with it acting like it's going to stretch or rip itself apart when I'm putting it on or taking it off or whatever. Now getting into the part that wraps around your wrist and your bicep, it doesn't have a Velcro wrap, but it has this elastic material again. I haven't had any issues with it sliding or falling off, whether I'm diving into my bunker or I'm just running around in the woods. Never been an issue. My only complaint with these pads are when I have it on, I have bigger hands, so when I have it on, it really stretches and strains on this part of my hand, but I don't ever wear this and they work just fine. They don't ride up on my arm at all. They don't fall off on their own. Nothing like that. They're really a good pad other than this. People with smaller hands, this pad's gonna work out perfect for you. You're not gonna have any issues. I've had these since they came out in 2013, and after machine washing them, I don't always do that, but sometimes I do, a little bit of stitching is coming out on the elastic thumb part because it stretches out the easiest, or that's like the first part that's going to stretch out. Alright, now moving on to the 2011 Empire Grind ZE knee pads. I'm going to start off with the padding on these. It's about a 1-inch thick padding from the top of the knee to the beginning of the shin. I have like a bad knee, so when I'm out playing woods ball, these knee pads really help me a lot. I've never had an issue with them. They keep my knees nice and protected and all that. Now getting into the venting areas, it has venting all throughout the sides, or on the front, on the sides. And then when you get into the back, it has a mesh that's elasticy, which is nice. The whole knee pad's made out of an elastic material. It's a nice and thick material. They're not too heavy, but they're gonna last for a long time. Now, and again, like the Planet Eclipse elbow pads, it has the stretchy material and it has 4-layer stitching, which again holds it in. You're not going to have any issues with that coming apart. These I have not had or heard the stitching is going to start to rip or anything like that. It had like an Empire logo on here. It's just a rubber material that fell off. Not a big deal or anything. Now getting in to the part that supports it to your leg, it has these Velcro straps. These are like a must-have on any knee pads. I haven't had any issues. It always holds the pad in place for me nice and well. You want to make sure you have the right size knee pads. Don't be afraid to size it up with a piece of string or whatever. Again, try it on at the store. Now I'm going to bring you back up to the top. Alright guys, now getting into the pricing on these pads. These pads are about $40–45. They're a good competitor to the HK pads, dye pads, and all the other ones that you can think of. I would highly suggest picking these up, but don't have these as your only option. I'd definitely look around still. Getting into these Empire knee pads, I would highly suggest picking these up from A&S Gear. They're like $30, which is half price from what I paid for them. They're a great knee pad. They're going to last forever. I don't plan on buying any new ones soon, and these ones are still holding up. I've had them for about 2.5 years now. So that's my thoughts and opinions of the 2013 Overload pads and the 2011 Empire pads. Thanks for watching. Shit! Pad sizing chart. Don't look at a general one, look at the one for the pads. You want to make sure you size up right. You want to make sure you get your wrist and your biceps right.
And your penis, size that up.
Yes. Take a piece of string and wrap it around your arm.
Whoever left that Mountain Dew on the chair?
That was there purposely.